What's up, everybody? It's your boy Casey Cox. We back here in this rebuild. First and foremost, I want to give a big shout out, big thank you to all my essential workers out there that are holding it down, keeping this thing running as you work through this whole COVID-19 thing. I'm a essential worker myself here in New York. I'm a trans worker, so I'm out there. I'm getting it in. I want to say thank you, and like I said, big shout outs to my peoples out there holding it down. Now, let's get right into it. Can men and women be friends? My answer is hell no. Hell no. And let me tell you about it. Let me break it down for a second. Hold on. Don't get me twisted. It ain't got nothing to do with being no insecure type, jealousy type thing. I got nothing to do with that. At the end of the day, my belief is this: men and women are not created to be friends. We're not designed to just buddy up, be cool. Let's talk about this Michael Jordan documentary. We just chilling. Nah, that's not what we built for. Men and women are created and designed to get together, coupled up, reproduce and do that thing. That's what we're about out here. So, and first and foremost, you got to get into it, and let's really figure out what a friendship actually is. I think that whole thing in itself is kind of twisted out of proportion. It's kind of misconstrued, as you would say. And so if anybody asks you that question, you got to ask them, well, what do you consider a friendship? You know what I'm saying? You got to get back to other terms, like you have acquaintances, you have associates, you have your co-workers, your friends. I mean, your classmates and things like that. But I think a friendship is something that's a little bit more involved. And so, the more men and women, get involved with each other, then it's bound to lead to that kind of other chemistry going on, which is going to take the situation left or right or up, down, or wherever which way it go. Excuse me. So this is what I mean by, like, no, we just can't be friends. You can start off trying to be in that arena, but I think after a while it's gonna go somewhere else. And a lot of times people say, oh, I got a male best friend, I got this best friend, but a lot of those things, I believe, come out of a space where there was attraction there in the beginning, but for whatever reason it didn't go down that road. So the dude might have said, you know what, I'll do the next best thing to be in a relationship with this girl, which is I'm going to be her quote unquote best friend. We're going to have that emotional bond. She's going to call me. She's going to be the one to call. We're going to talk about everything. We're going to laugh, kiki. I'm have all that great emotional connection. The only thing that's going to be missing is the physical. You know what I'm saying? That ain't going to be going on because you're going to be giving that to somebody else. You're going to be her emotional tampon, for lack of a better expression. I got to keep it real. I got to be real over here. You'll be that emotional tampon. But whenever whoever she's dealing with is putting her through whatever, she feels some type of way, you're going to be that. We call you up, hey, listen, I'm going through this. He ain't shit. Boom. She's going to slide you up in there. You're going to soak up all of that hurt, all them feelings, all of that venting. You're going to soak up all of that emotional cycle she's going through. Right? You're going to sit there. Really, he did what? He said what? He did what? That's fucked up. That ain't cool. He better put that woman first. You're going to turn into Jaheim and every fucking R&B singer out there. You better put that woman first. You should let me love you. You deserve better. All that type of shit. You're going to do all that. Okay. And as soon as she feeling better, bloop, out you going to come. Flesh out toilet, and she going to go right back to dealing with old nigga or old boy or the next dude. That's it. And like I said, for lack of a better term, they ain't trying to throw nobody under the bus, but that's what it is. Now some people end up there, they'll get kind of sequestered. They're like, I'm just throw you in that friend zone. And some dudes, actually know how to run the game, and they're stepping there willingly because they know that's the long game. They say, I'm gonna play the long game. She in a relationship with the old boy over here. She ain't really trying to break up with him, she ain't really trying to, straight sleaze it out, with me on the low. So you know what? I'm gonna play the long game. I'm gonna willingly step into that best friend zone because I'm gonna play the long game. I'm gonna build up that rapport, that emotional connection, and then one day, one sweet day, I'm gonna be able to slide in for the kill. And it happens. Let me tell you something right now. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be Mr. Innocent. I'm not talking to y'all or trying to talk to y'all from the ivory tower of perfection. I've never done anything in my life. I'm not trying to talk to y'all from the fiery depths of hypocrisy. I'm out here, with the shits myself, but I'm trying to sit here and scold y'all. Nah, I'm talking from that middle place called experience. I've been there, I've done that. I ain't on that type of stuff no more. But hey, I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? I've run my game in my day. So I played that game. I played that angle. I'm the best friend. I'm going to be here for you. I got you, whatever. And in the meantime, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to slide up in there when the time is right. I'm going to catch you slipping, and I'm you know what I'm saying? So, that's how it goes down. But to get back more on more of a serious note, like I said, it's just at the end of the day, I think it's just that human nature and functionality of you put two people together, and like I said, and it's being more involved. You may have, again, your associates, your co-workers that you're cool with, but y'all don't have that extra involvement going on, but you make the mistake of calling that my friend. This person is not your friend. They are a co-worker. You see them at work. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Y'all laugh, ha ha, kiki. But y'all don't have all that extra stuff going on outside of work. Y'all may even have each other's phone numbers or contact stuff. And again, a lot of that contact is mostly for work. All that extra stuff is not there. All that extra personal talk and ha ha and stuff is not going on. It's strictly work. So that person is not necessarily your friend, but you mistakenly call it as a friend. That's what so many people think. Yeah, I got friends. I got this person, my friend. That guy at my job is friends. That guy over there that I work with, that I go to school with from my church. These guys are not your friends. These people are not your friends. These females are not your friends. They be not just saying like I'm putting this all on the women. These females. I got my female coworker. I got this female classmate. I got this female I go to church with. We see how you doing. We kick it during the church. These people are not your friends. Like I said, being a friend is a little bit more involved. So I think if you come across somebody and they put that little bit of extra time and energy into entertaining you, that's because there's a little bit more there besides them just wanting to be your friend. There's a little bit of an attraction there. They find you attractive. They think you're cute. They think it's whatever. So hey, they want to have a little bit of extra connection with you. Just in case. We cool and all that, but just in case, I want to have that extra connection to you. I'm going to pay a little bit of extra attention to you. You know what I'm saying? As I said, on both sides of the coins, you're going to have those that may be a little bit more upfront and quicker to move, to try to move things to that next level. So they'll come out a little sooner right away to let you know, hey, look, I'm interested. What's up? Let's do something, whatever. And then at that point, either you're going to go with it or you're going to be like, nah, I ain't with it. And then now things are going to be awkward between y'all. So that might kind of force y'all to kind of fall back into a fall back kind of acquaintance thing, because things are kind of awkward now. Somebody shot at somebody and got shot down. So now it's kind of awkward. And you're going to have those that's going to take their time with it. The attraction is there. They like you, but they're not jumping out of their skin to make a move at you. So you're thinking, oh yeah, they just doing all this stuff for me and they're being here and doing all that because they're just great people. It's just such a good friend. And there's a little bit more to it. They're just taking their time with it, especially if you happen to be in a relationship per se, and you're not putting out that energy like you're willing to do some extra scumbag shit on the side. Like, I'm not trying to do all that. We're cool and all that, but you're not putting that energy out there, letting them know something like that. So they're not going to really approach you like that. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they tried here or there, but you kind of either knowingly shot it down, or you just being a person of integrity that you are in your relationship, you wasn't even paying that shit no mind. So they kind of like, all right, I can't really go there. So if anything, I'll just play the friendship role and just play, like I said, the long game. They'll play the long game. But as I said, I think the more people become involved with each other, it just lends itself to that type of things to start bubbling up and things happen. You know what I'm saying? That's just my perspective. Again, it ain't got nothing to do with being, insecure and you just think everything is about something. No, I just believe you can't necessarily play around with human nature and with the way things are designed to happen. You can't really play around with it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people think they can, and that's when they fall into these situationships and this, oh, I don't know how that happened or whatever. Because you try to play around with this type of, they're just going to be cool, we're just going to kick it, we're just going to chill. Ain't nothing going to happen. The next day, before you know it, I don't know, I'm really kind of seeing you differently. Maybe we should be a little bit more than friends. Wait a minute. How did we get here? You know what I'm saying? I can get a little bit more in depth of that, but, going from point A to point B. But that's a whole different conversation. I ain't going to get into that, So, but as I said, basically, I feel like that's a slippery slope. you can be friends with somebody. You can have, I mean, you can have your acquaintances, coworkers, but that extra kind of, you got to kind of be careful with that. That's what I'm saying. I'm a married man myself, you know, and I'm not trying to say I put myself in a box or I put my wife in a box and she can't have no kind of male contact or nothing like that. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, you know, I try to be as mindful, you know, as I can with the connections I make with other people and the energies I put out there with other people and, you know, what I allow myself to become susceptible to, what you react to. Because a lot of times, you know, not a lot of times, but basically, you know, I would say about probably, how to say is like maybe like 90% of communication is nonverbal, or a high percentage. I may be off, but don't quote me on that. But a high percentage of communication is actually nonverbal. It's not about what you actually come out and say that conveys things to people. A lot of times it's what you do and what you react to that gives people, that communicates and signals to people things. So you have to be mindful, you know, of what you're doing. And that's all I live by, and that's all I try to, you know, impart on my wife, you know. And that's it. You got your male, you know, your acquaintances, these people you cool with. You just got to be a little, you know, a little easy, and let's not go overboard, because these things tend to go left, and a lot of times it's the dude that will take it left after a while, because men are gonna be men. You know, men are gonna be men. And you know, you try like that, they spend all that time talking to you, boom, boom, boom. Eventually, they may try to shoot their shot. Especially, like I said, if you're giving off that energy, you're giving them signals that, you know, that you're showing off the cracks and the crevices in your relationships, or whatever the case may be. You're giving that signal. You're being flirty. You're being this, that, and the third. You're reacting to things that they're doing in certain ways, or things they say in certain ways. You know, that kind of gives them signals to feel like, well, maybe I can make this move over here. Maybe I can do that. Some dudes, they ain't even about the signals you give them. They just straight up, you know, listen, I don't give a fuck, I'm trying to, and they just gonna come at you off the rip. It don't matter if you give them signals or anything or not. It's just how some people are, you know. So bottom line is, I don't believe men and women can be quote unquote friends, because that's not what we're basically designed to be. We could be acquaintances, we could be co-workers, we could be associates, but friends on a real friend relationship. You know, this is my challenge to people that may hear this video, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna disagree with what I'm saying. So what you mean we can't be friends? Again, I challenge you to really kind of look at and reevaluate how you see friendships. Like, do some research, look it up, Google some stuff, and look at what a friend really entails. It's not just, you know, hey, lightly stuff. It's real deep. So if you're really gonna be somebody's friend, I think that's a lot more involved. You understand what I'm saying? So I think maybe once we adjust, make an adjustment to that perspective, then maybe, you know, some people will see what I'm talking about a little bit better. Others may know exactly what I'm talking about. Either way, get in the comment section, hit me up, let me know what you think. You know, leave your thoughts in the comments. It's welcome and encouraged. So, you know, with that being said, stay safe out there, stay strong. Once again, big thank you to my essential people out there holding it down. We will get through this. We will come out to the other side of this bigger and stronger than ever, as ever. And as I always say, as life comes, it knocks you down, messes you up a little bit, especially now. I'm sure life is kicking all of us in the ass right now. But as I always say, and like I say right now again, even through all of this, at the end of the day, we can and we will rebuild. Till next time, one love.